Hi AJ, thank you for joining me again. Now, for the benefit of everyone who's watching, can you please introduce yourself and your company?
Yeah, my name's AJ Thompson. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer for North Door.
Now, you're here today to tell me about this great product you have called Risk Exchange.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about what it is and what it does?
Yeah, so it was created, there's a lot of worry and concern about cybersecurity. And for companies, it's a pretty complex environment and it's typically a very IT centric. So we thought we'd build a solution that's more of a management style approach to cybersecurity that the non-IT literate can understand and comprehend on a daily basis.
So, how does that work exactly? We hear so much about cybersecurity and all of the threat prevention, but from a management perspective, what's it look like? How does it work?
Yeah, it starts off by providing a very easy to understand traffic light dashboard, red, amber, green. So when you log into the product, you can see very clearly and very easily not only which bits are good, which typically are highlighted in green, but equally which bits aren't so good, which may be amber or red. And in the top of the screen, you can see an overall score for your internal and external cyber profile.
And how exactly do you get to that score?
There are two parts to the profile. We start off by having an external view of your business. Typically when people look at IT security, they look very much within their business and they can understand their antivirus patching and all that sort of stuff inside, but no one really looks outside their environment. So the tool goes off and searches all of the things in the dark web that you read about in the IT press, breach reporting and compromised emails and government lists to say, what if they've got picked up anything around this business, and even things around social media. So you get an overall view of the external profile of your business. And one of the things that people occasionally do, or maybe annually do, is a breach report or a pen test. So this does these things on a daily basis. So you get a daily score as to your external profile.
And it's not just super high level. You can drill down into this as
Indeed,
well.
yeah. So you get a maybe red, which is for something, and or an amber, and say, well, what's the issue here? And if you click on the appropriate box, it will show you where there are areas of concern. You may know about these. You may be concerned. You may want to change things. And one of the areas in particular we see a lot of is what we call open ports. So these are areas that anyone, any breach, any hacker can find quickly and easily about your business. And these are effectively holes to the internet. So they're able to attack your company through these open ports.
Now you mentioned external is only part of the equation. So you have an internal assessment element to this as well.
We do, yeah, to give you a more holistic view. So we've created a series of questions, about 70 questions about a company's internal profile, and it asks questions about things like data privacy and do you have a data privacy officer? Yes or no. Do you have a regular reporting on data privacy? Yes or no. And things like this are all questions designed to give a score for you at the end of the assessment to really highlight areas where you think, we need to focus a little bit on here and a little bit on there because these are amber or red. And again, it's a simple click on the box to find out, see where you're weak and where you need to strengthen up, and that adds to your overall cyber score.
Now this is an exceptionally powerful piece of kit, but you're also providing it free of charge.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Now, of course, you're a business, so there's another element to this product that you've recently rolled out to coincide with the enforcement of GDPR coming in
indeed,
May.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about the second aspect of this product?
Of course, yes. So we've been doing a lot of consultancy around GDPR. It's a really highly complicated, complex, and really quite painful process for most companies. And we've done this from everyone from garden centres right through to FTSE 100 organisations. So it affects everyone. And whilst we've gone through the process, an area that was sort of overlooked really was around the responsibility you have now for your third-party suppliers with whom you share data.
Of course, I mean that's a big requirement. But if you have tens, hundreds, potentially even thousands of suppliers,
Yeah.
how do companies currently do that or are looking to do that?
Well, again, we started off with this role and we thought, well, how are we going to do it? And same as most people, you devise a questionnaire, you send it out to each of your suppliers, let's say 10, 50, 100, 1,000. You hope they return it. And if they don't, you give them a chivvy up and call them or email them again and chase them again. And eventually these things come back. But the important thing is you've got to assess their responses. Now, we've received forms from suppliers and it's a free form field. So you have to review and understand and interpret each and every assessment. You then have to score this against your profile. Just think, well, this is good, bad, indifferent. Do we need to go back and discuss this further with one of our suppliers? You need to centralise that information. Then, of course, what will happen is, as GDPR develops, these questions will change and the areas of concern will change. You have to go through the whole process again. So the whole thing is an administration nightmare. And really then you only get a view of your suppliers' responses. You don't get a holistic view of their whole business. You just get one small piece. So we thought, how can we improve this? And using the risk exchange as the delivery engine, we've built a series of questionnaires based upon the GDPR profiling. And it's a relatively straightforward process to send an invite out to your supplier. They respond, fill in the form, and send that back through to you as a completed response. Now, again, these forms are scored, so you get an idea of how what levels of GDPR status your supplier has. But again, that only provides you with the internal assessment. So as part of the process, we do another external cyber profiling. So again, we go out and we check open ports, we check breach reports, just to make sure that when the information comes back, you've got an all-round viewpoint of your suppliers, good or bad. Then it becomes a business decision about whether you discuss it further with them or you think, this is a bit of a risk. But you have all that information to hand and centralised for a quick and easy profile.
It sounds like a great product and something a lot of companies will be interested in. So if someone is watching, where do they go to find out more information?
They can go to our website, northdoor.co.uk. My details will be available. You can contact me directly. I'm happy to talk to anyone about this. We can organise demonstrations. But, the 25th of May is looming. So sadly, time is of the essence.
It's fast approaching indeed. AJ, thank you so much for coming on and telling me a little bit about Risk Exchange.
Thank you.